Hello again, music fans. I am back here for part two of my Black Sabbath collection video. Now, in part one, I did all the music, all the CDs and the LPs. That video ran almost half an hour long. Here, I'm going to do the DVDs, the books, and a couple of mags that I have. All right, let's get started. Here we have first the Black Sabbath, the DVDs. Here, the Black Sabbath story, Volume 1. Okay. This one, as you may imagine, covers the Aussie era here. It has some live performances here. NIB, Paranoid, Children of the Grave, War Pigs, etc. It's about 10 songs that come in here. Plus, of course, a lot of interviews here with the band. All right. Band history, album gallery, etc. And then we go to Black Sabbath Story, Volume 2, which comprises the Ronnie James Dio era and also the Ian Gillan era and the Tony Martin era up to the Dehumanizer album, with here we have the TV Crimes video included. Also have the band history. All right, so we have some promo videos, and I believe that is all. There's no live footage here, just the videos. Black Sabbath Story, Volume 2. Then we have this Aussie era live DVD, which is really good. It's called Never Say Die. It's come from, of course, it's from the Never Say Die tour, which was his last tour, back in the 70s, in the first era of Sabbath, with the original lineup. It has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 songs right there. Full concert. Ending it up with Paranoid. There it is. Never Say Die. Now we have here Black Sabbath Cross Purposes. This was, of course, as the name implies, filmed during the Cross Purposes tour. It has some tracks, but it's not a full concert. I wish it was, but it isn't. And it also has some interview footage here, but like it says right here, this is a rare opportunity to witness the early 90s lineup of Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Tony Martin, and Bobby Rondinelli. All right there in London's Hammersmith Odeon from the Cross Purposes tour. We now go here with this is more of an interview with Tony Iommi, where he talks about the origins of Black Sabbath. A little bit of band history, a lot of stuff that if you're a Sabbath fan you already know, but it's good to hear Tony himself say it. It also includes some footage of some videos and a bit of live footage as well. So inside Black Sabbath with Tony Iommi, it says right there on the spine. But what's cool about this one, not only the Sabbath content, but also the extra features where they have commercials, of other DVDs in the Classic Rock Productions lineup, and there are full songs from many bands. Uriah Heep, Mostly Autumn, Nectar, Caravan, Fairport Convention, John Lawton Band. So just a lot of extra live stuff from other bands is also included in the special features here, which is pretty cool. And then we have here Black Sabbath, The Last Supper, which I also had on VHS, but now I have the DVD. This is, of course, a full concert right there when with the reunited lineup of Ozzy, Bill Ward, Geezer, and Tony. All right here, and usually I would say last but not least, but in this case, well, it is last and yes, least. We have here this Black Sabbath in Headless, Russia. Now, you might think, pretty cool. This is a Black Sabbath concert right there in Russia with Tony Martin and Cozy Powell right there. And but the truth of it is that this is actually a bootleg. All right, even though I did buy it in a department store. So I thought it was official. And, it looks official and all that. but the video quality is awful. The sound quality equally horrible. It sounds all completely muffled. It is, a concert, but probably something that they downloaded from YouTube and released as on a DVD. So just as a curiosity, I have it, but I don't really watch this, because the quality of it is really bad. All right, let's pass now on to some books. We have here now, first, the small book, very thin, called Black Sabbath, An Oral History. What this is snippets of interviews done with members of the band throughout the years. And I think it includes everybody, including Ronnie James Dio. All right, so it's very interesting. Very short book, like I said. Right. This one, Black Sabbath, An Oral History, edited by Dave Marsh. We now go here to this other one. This one is a bit thicker. This is Black Sabbath and Never Say Die, their history from 79 to 97. So if you know your Sabbath dates, you would know that that is the era, the Ronnie James Dio era, up until the reunion. I believe it was the reunion tour. Yes, let me just check. Yes, up to that. So it also covers the Tony Martin era. As you can see, there's a picture of him on the back cover. This one is written by Gary Sharp Young, and it's good to have some record of that era, which a lot of people tend to ignore or forget or simply pass over. Now we have a book here written by pretty much the best of all heavy metal authors, which is Martin Popoff. Here we have Black Sabbath, The Doom Let Loose. All right, and if you ever read any of Martin Popoff's books, first off, he's really good. Really knows his stuff, and the second, it's divided in such a way as it goes in album by album. All right, so he will divide the era by the albums, and talk about the albums and what was happening with the band at the time. All right, a lot of black and white and color pictures in this one. Really good read. I have as you can see, there's Tony Martin. Okay, so it does go up to that era and up until, as you can see by this picture, the reunion tour with Ozzy. So, highly recommended this one. Black Sabbath, Doom Let Loose. Now let's look at just some, of course I bought over the years a whole bunch of heavy metal magazines and stuff. This is just a small sampling. Here we have a Spanish language magazine called simply Rock and Roll Magazine Special, Black Sabbath, right there. A lot of pictures in there, which is mostly what you buy these for, Talking about here's a discography of Sabbath and also of Ozzy. Here's this Guitar World magazine, also from the reunion era, right there. Of course, this was the reunion back in the 90s when Bill Ward was also invited. In the more recent reunion, he was absent. And of course, right now, when you saw the videos, you will notice that I'm missing two videos. One is Black Sabbath Gathered in Their Masses, and the other one is the video for Black Sabbath at the end, the farewell tour. Okay, I'm going to end here with this curiosity, a Black Sabbath comic book, as you can see. Cool cover. And this comic book tells a fictional story of how Geezer Butler is being interviewed, and he is the one that relates the tale of Black Sabbath during the Ozzy era, up until Never Say Die. Very, very well illustrated. And this blue part right here, it tells about that brief time when Tony Iommi joined Jethro Tull. He says, Ian Anderson wants me to join Jethro Tull. So it even includes that. At the end of the magazine, there's interviews with the band as well as some pictures. And a discography. Alright. Well, that is it for my Black Sabbath collection, parts 1 and 2. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. So long.